Myself and James, we live in the UK. It's freezing and it's raining all the time, which means we spend most of our days dreaming of places we'd rather be riding a bike.
Yeah, our planet is peppered with breathtaking views, incredible roads and unimaginable scenery. And we've been lucky enough to visit some of the best places to ride. So we thought it'd be a good idea to create a list of places that you should ride before you die.
And that's a bit morbid, James. But it does sound better than just really good places to ride a bike.
Yeah, true.
Taiwan. Now, this small island nation is the bike manufacturing capital of the world, but it also boasts some amazing riding. Now, there's, well, beaches, there's coastal roads, there's forested roads, and like insanely high climbs. Because you remember the KOM challenge that Cy and Matt did a few years ago up that incredible climb?
I've never been personally, but it's definitely somewhere that I'd love to visit.
Yeah, so I've been to Taiwan a few times for the bike show, but I've not had the opportunity to fully explore the island on a bike yet, which is something I really want to do, because everyone I know who's ridden there just raves about it.
So can we put you down for the Taiwan KOM challenge this year? Watch this space.
I'll get back to you on that one.
Thanks, mate. Next up, Patagonia. Yeah, Patagonia is in the southern region of South America. It's shared between Argentina and Chile, and I got the chance to take a bikepacking trip through the region. Now, this is probably the most incredible place I have ever been. It's got everything. It's got volcanoes, glacial lakes, incredible mountains, and unbelievable gravel riding. But if you're going to go, I would suggest you camp though. There's nothing like being out in the wilderness in the middle of Patagonia. Oh, love it.
Yeah, I didn't know you've been to Patagonia.
Did I not mention it?
No, you never talk about it.
Oops.
The next place on our list is the Dolomites. We absolutely have to include this place. It is off the charts beautiful. It's a mountain range in the northeast of Italy, and it's not as high as the French Alps or the Italian Alps, but don't let that deceive you. What it lacks in height, it more than makes up for in character. This place is off the charts beautiful. It's like every direction you look in when you're there, it's like Instagram gold or like worthy of a computer desktop background like screen. It's just ridiculously beautiful. And the landscape has so much character with the kind of characteristic limestone sheer cliff faces that are grey, and then you've got this vivid colour palette with bright green trees, blue lakes and the bright blue sky, and it just looks insane. It's everywhere you look. It's beautiful.
It is stunning. If you're going to go though, I would suggest you ride the Maratona Sportive.
Yeah.
It's hard, but it's gorgeous.
It is a great event. The best time of the year, I think, to visit there is around August, September time. But there's loads of amazing climbs there too. So it's a regular region that features in the Giro d'Italia with climbs like the Passo João and the Foscagano Pass and the Valferola, which I Everested. But there's loads more. It's just an incredible area.
The Italian Alps, typically more challenging than the French ones. That's because they're higher and steeper. But they make our list because they include the Stelvio.
Yeah. I mean, there's loads of amazing climbs in the Italian Alps, but just for the Stelvio alone, it's worth making the pilgrimage. Now, if you don't know the name of the climb and what it is, I'm sure you will have seen pictures of it at some point, because it is absolutely switchback heaven. It's like spaghetti draped across a mountain, and it's over 2,700 meters high too. It's an absolute monster.
But don't forget, Ollie, there's also the Gavia and the Motorola, which Lance Armstrong has once described as the hardest that he's ever done. And he finds it hard.
Yeah. Well, I've ridden the Motorola a few times. It is savage. I think the Angler is a bit harder though.
And I did that on deep wheels.
You did. But yeah, the Motorola is an incredibly tough climb. Cy rode it on in a video comparing compact chain sets with standard gearing as well, which is pretty cool.
Definitely worth a ride.
Northern California. Now, this is a place that I personally haven't visited by bike, but I'm really keen to, because everyone I speak to who has says it's absolutely amazing. And GCN's Jeremy Powers just keeps banging on about it all the time, saying how amazing it is. And he actually recently rode round there and did some gravel riding. So check this out.
Now, I guess we all can definitely understand why it is made our list. I mean, redwoods, rolling hills, massive amount of vineyards, and also you've got the cities. You've got the iconic Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. So I reckon Northern California has it all, and I want to go visit.
Yeah, me too. But let us know what you think in the comments about that. And also, if there's other places in the States that you think are better than Northern California.
Yeah, we need to do some exploring in Northern California.
We do, yeah. Mallorca is our next choice. Now, this small island in the Balearics might seem like too obvious a choice for this list, but it has to be in for so many reasons. It is a cycling paradise. The roads there are absolutely mega, and the variety of roads as well. So you've got pan-flat roads, if that's your bag and that's the training you want to do, but you've also got brilliant climbs like Sacalobra and Puig Mayor that it's just a cycling mecca. And because it's so popular with cyclists as well, you've got amazing cycling infrastructure, the hotels, loads of flights into the airports, and you know, if you have a problem with your bike, there's just loads of bike shops and places you can get it fixed. Yeah,
and good cafes as well. But
yeah.
I've also spent a lot of time training there, and every time I go there, I absolutely love it, and I always want to go back. So that is why this is definitely on our list.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to Mallorca loads of times as well, and I never get bored of it. I always look forward to going back there. It's great.
If you ask any current pro where they most want to ride, a lot of them will say Girona. Not only is it a great place to ride, it's also a great place to live. You've got great weather, you've got nice hot summers, and you're only 40 kilometers away from the coast, which means you can cool off when it gets really hot. And it really doesn't take long to go out from the city until you're in the quiet lanes and into the mountains. So it's definitely a place that you should visit. And also they've got an amazing cafe called La Fabrica, which I definitely think you should visit.
Yeah, I've not explored there enough. I really want to go back. Well, GCN, GCN in Espanol are based there, so we should go.
Yeah, so if you go, you can probably get them to take you around.
Some of the best restaurants in the world as well in Girona.
So nice. The French Alps, home to some of the greatest moments in cycling history. The battles that have commenced on mountains like the Galibier, the Telegraph, the Madeleine have made icons of the sport. Which one's your favourite?
Oh, I knew you were going to ask me that. It's a tough one. There's loads, too many to pick from. I really like the Izoard and also the Croix de Fer.
I like that. I have to say, my absolute favourite is Alpe d'Huez. I spent actually a time there on Dutch Corner when the tour came through, and not only is it amazing to climb, but it's also an amazing mountain to spectate from and really take in that atmosphere.
Every cyclist has to ride Alpe d'Huez at least once.
Or even be there for a race like the tour.
Yeah. Now, though we, joke about the weather in the UK being rubbish, it is sunny at least 3 days of the year. And on those days of the year, there is a place that I think is absolutely unbelievable. And it pains me to say this as a Yorkshireman. In fact, as saying it, I'm risking being excommunicated because it's not in Yorkshire. And that is, it's even more beautiful than Yorkshire, the Lake District National Park in the northwest of England. I mean, this place is absolutely stunning. It's inspired poets, writers, Beatrix Potter, it's a phenomenal place.
Yeah, it is. And it's also home to some of the most challenging climbs in the world.
Well, you'd know, because you rode up it in your 24-hour ride that you did with Beaumont.
The struggle.
Yeah.
The struggle was really on. Yeah. 25% after a 22-hour ride. Check this out. That's so painful.
Yeah, the Lake District is a stunning place. The climbs there aren't the longest, but they are right up there as being the steepest. 25, 33% gradients are found in the lakes. It's an incredible place to ride. And good fact, right? It's such a beautiful place that it was used in Star Wars, The Force Awakens. You see where the Rebel base is, you see like the spaceships flying along. It's in the Lake District.
There you go. Fun fact from Ollie.
Good fact, yeah.
All right, Ollie, I think I've nearly finished my coffee. So go on, what's last on our list?
Iceland. Right?
Iceland?
Yeah. Myself and Si have both been lucky enough to visit the land of fire and ice. And for me, it was an absolute revelation. It truly is like riding on another planet. It's an incredible place to ride. You've got this landscape that you can experience extreme remoteness riding in this kind of Martian-esque landscape that is, it's kind of, the landscape just feels alive. You know, you've got active volcanoes, earthquakes, geysers, just everything kicking off, and lava fields that you ride through. It's just, you just have to experience it. It's amazing. In terms of roads, there are these epic Route 66 style kind of like tarmacked highways in Iceland that you can ride down. But to get the most out of the country, I'd say take a mixed surface bike, because then you can go exploring on the vast gravel trails that traverse the many lava fields in the country. They are incredible. It is a mega place to ride.
Definitely for you gravel lovers out there, that is definitely a destination that you will have to visit, and something that's definitely on my list.
Yeah, just make sure if you do go in the summer months, unless you want to ride in perpetual darkness.
Yeah. You might have to have good lights.
So those are our picks, but our list is undoubtedly biased by our own experiences and that of our friends. So let us know, send in your suggestions of other places that we should include, because we can always visit them and do them in a future video. Yeah,
and we would for sure like to know. Make sure you like this video if you enjoyed it. Right, Ollie, I need to go in because I'm absolutely freezing.
It's pretty cold.
Right, don't forget, click on screen now for another video.